Hi, welcome to this edition of Grow Me Up. I'm Amy from Feather Trail Tarot. I just wanted to thank you guys for watching and joining. You all seem to really respond to these blogs that I do. I get more views on this than I do tarot. So I appreciate that. I'm going to be doing some other things too. I might even eventually do some cooking, add some cooking episodes. I just need to think about what I want to call it, but I mean, I hope that you guys will all join me. So, anyway, so this is called Grow Me Up, and it's actually stands for growing me up, as in you saying I'm growing myself up. Last week I did a topic on codependency. This week I'm going to do a topic on toxic relationships. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's a relationship like a romantic relationship. It can be. I mean, there might be some of you that maybe are in a toxic relationship, or maybe you just got out of a toxic relationship, whether they were cheating, lying, they were addicted to drugs or alcohol. Maybe you have friends that are toxic. They're like energy vampires. Maybe you have, family members, and the same thing. That it can come in the form of many things, not just somebody that you're spending your time with or your life with. Believe me, I know I've been there. I was in a relationship a little over a year ago with an abusive, narcissistic guy, and I had to get out of it. And I mean, you know what, to be honest with you, I was angry for a while, but then I realized that, you know what, I'm grateful for the people that have hurt me. I'm grateful because I've used them to give me the strength to create and sit here with you all right now. I'm not mad at him anymore. I don't resent him anymore. It was a wake-up call. I wasn't taking my life seriously. So please, everybody, right now, I want you all to say thank you. Thank you to all those who hurt me and kicked me when I was down. You are the motivation I used to better my life. Okay? You gotta do what you have to do. If you need to get out of it, you gotta get out of it. You can't stay in a situation like that. So, I'm going to read you guys all a poem that I wrote. It's called Dark Twinkle Light. Oh, dark past of mine, that has been the light I've used to find my way. The lessons who have shown me the darkness I've used to lift and lighten up my soul. Oh, how you enjoyed kicking me while I was down. Thank you. I hit bottom only to go up and shine so bright like a shining star shooting in the darkest night. That is how you have to deal with it. You have to use these people that you've either have cut out of your life or thinking about cutting out of your life. You have to use it as motivation. And instead of sitting there and choosing to attach yourself to them and play victim, You have to flip it around. We have to stop sitting here saying, oh, he did this and she did that and they did that. You know, people are going to do some really terrible things. And then there's going to be people that are going to do some really wonderful things. And, you know, forgiveness is something that we do for us. We don't do for the other people. I you know, in the last, I don't know, between from now and the last 6 months, I had to let go of a best friend I had for 20 years. She completely betrayed me, and she, you know, was holding a grudge after she betrayed me and wanted me to apologize. I forgave her, and you know what? My birthday was March 20th. After almost 5 months of forgiving her, she made sure that on my birthday that I got a card that was empty with a 2-page typed up nasty mean letter saying if she saw me on the street, she wouldn't acknowledge me, she wouldn't answer my calls, she wouldn't reply to my text messages. I tossed it in the trash. She's a grudge holder. She's going to hold a grudge. You want to be mad at me for 20 years and let me hold that power over you? That's cool. Guess what, girl? I forgive you. I forgive you. And that's what you should say to all these people. If you're with somebody and they keep cheating on you, they aren't going to show you nothing different. So if you're in a situation and you think the person's going to change, let me tell you something. We can only change ourselves. They have to want to change. But if all they keep showing you is the same pattern over and over again, 2, 3, 4 chances, they're going to keep doing it. If it's not cheating, maybe they're into drugs, maybe they're into alcohol. Maybe you have a friend and they keep letting you down. Maybe you have a family member and they only call you when they need something. They're not going to show you anything different. So you can choose to accept them for who they are, forgive them, accept it, and move on. That's all we can do. You can't sit there and keep letting people hold things inside. We can't. We have to move on with our lives. This especially now. This is the time to use those bad energies and flip them around from toxic to enlightenment. Use it as an awakening. Thank you. I needed a reason to get you out of my life. Now I'm going to move on. I'm going to use you and I'm going to go do something amazing with it. You know? It's kind of like that movie, I think, is it called Invincible, with Mark Wahlberg, where he plays like a football player and his wife, she leaves him. He comes home one day and he has a whole empty house. And all the furniture's gone. She took everything and she put a note up and it said, like, you're never going to be anything. You're never going to amount to anything. And he ended up, it's a true story too. He ended up playing for the Eagles. And every day he would open up his locker and he would look at that. And he would use that as motivation. Just remember, if somebody made you feel invalidated, you can take the power back. And you know what they say? One man's trash is another man's treasure. Or woman. I'm sorry. I know now, this day and age, everybody's so sensitive about men, women, or whatever. You all know what I'm saying. We also need to use this time that if someone is supposed to exit out of your life and you keep getting signs from the universe and it's time to let them go, just know when one door opens, when one door closes, another door opens. It just allows for more greatness to come in. I know myself. Yeah, one of these days, I'm gonna want my soulmate, but I'm also want to be where I need to be. And I need someone to be at the bar that I've set, to be the kind of person that I want. You write down your list of what you want from a person, of what kind of people. Maybe you want to build up your own soul tribe, your soulmates, not just a romantic soulmate, but maybe soul family. Soulmates are not just romantic people. We need to figure out who we want in our lives and who we don't. This is the time to, for people to make the cut or not make the cut. I don't want to waste any more time. Do you guys? I know I don't. I was going to say something else about my toxic relationships. They come in many forms, but it's up to us. It's up to us to move on and do what we need to do. Your lifestyle might not be for the person that you're with. You have to do what's best for you. But you should never need anybody. Just remember that. You should never say, I need somebody because I'm lonely. No. That's codependency. We need to be a whole person, not a half a person. You need to be the best you for the best Mr. or Mrs. Right. That's who my person is going to be. They're going to be Mr. Just Right. But I have to be right. I'm getting there. Slowly but surely, you have to be honest with yourself. What am I ready for? What am I not ready for? Journaling, like I keep saying, write down what you're grateful and thankful for every day. Write down what you love about yourself every day. Add those pros and cons. Every day, add one from each side. Working on the con, adding the pro for yourself. The more you work on yourself, the more valuable you become. I am not for everybody. I'm a gypsy. I am a free spirit. Some people, or should I say some men that I meet, they think they'll try to convince me, they'll get me to sit still and not want to move around. So there's those people out there, they get nervous about, change. I don't like change. Well, I get nervous when things get too stagnant. It makes me nervous. But then again, my life is always changing, so maybe change is actually a form of change for me. I don't know. Anyway, I hope that this has, helped some of you out there and you take it into what I'm saying. Anyway, if you guys are Scorpio cusps, I'm going to be doing Scorpio Sag and Scorpio Libra cusps here right now in a second. I love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. I will see you next week on the edition of Grow Me Up. Namaste.